Hey y'all, it's lovefromaleo. I'm doing this new segment where I'm basically breaking down all of the signs by their modalities, meaning fixed, cardinal, or mutable. So in this particular reading, we're going to be doing the fixed signs. I'm sure there'll be some timestamps below. Anyways, all of the signs are here, and I'm just going to go through and see what Spirit wants to tell you. This is a timeless message, a timeless reading. So whenever you find this video, whenever you share this video, or whatever you do with it, it's for whenever you see it and whatever resonates at the time. I have no idea where this is going. If it goes to love, it does. If it goes to career, it does. It just depends on whatever I pick up on right now. So we're going to start with, let's see. Yes, I'm shuffling 4 cards. Okay. We're going to start with Leo. All right, and then we'll go Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, and then Aquarius will be the last one on this video. So I'll see you soon. If you are not one of these signs, then make sure you tune in to the other videos that will be coming out shortly after this one, okay? So let's see what is going on for Leo and what Spirit wants to tell Leo. Hey Leo, welcome to your reading. So I basically explained everything in the beginning. This is for fixed signs only. So this is your Leo reading. What does Spirit want to tell you right now whenever you watch this? So while you're watching this right now, what does Spirit want to tell you? Hello, people from in the future. I'm such a dork. Okay, so we got 2 cards. Authority and Destiny. All right, right off the bat, I was definitely feeling Emperor vibes. And even with the number 4, if you're into like life path numbers and things, the number 4 is the Emperor. So, and it's also about like building and foundation. So like, awesome. This could be you, Leo, whether you're female or male. But what this energy is about taking charge, obviously, with authority. So I feel like for some of you, it could mean that you're taking charge of your own life. You're also taking accountability. That's a big word that I'm hearing right now. Accountability for the things that have happened, have not happened because of your play, your action, your whatever you've been doing. You're starting to understand that instead of maybe waiting on things like the emperors may tend to do, the emperor takes charge and goes after it. Not to say one is better than the other, but I'm just saying I think you're shifting from the empress energy to the emperor energy, which means that you're putting your thoughts into action. You're making things happen for yourself, for your life, for those that you care about. We also have, this could be a part of your message or separate, so just make it fit for yourself. We have the Destiny card that came out. The number 10 is on here, but when you reduce it in numerology, 1 plus 0 is 1. So I feel like this is definitely about self. This is definitely about making a completion or ending a cycle, starting a new cycle for some of you. Something that would have happened either way. Like, let's say there was multiple pathways in life. You know how they say free will? Let's say that you did have that. And I feel like you had a number of options. But any path you would have taken, you would have ended up whatever this is talking about. We're going to get some clarification in a second. But any way that you went, so there could be multiple ways that all of you have gotten to certain points of your life. This is like the time for whatever you've been trying to create is happening now. I feel like this is more on the positive end, but it could also be something that's not so positive, but something you conjured up. So for some of you, that would just depend on like who you are, your story, whatever. The point of the matter is I feel like with this Destiny card, this is something that was destined to happen, literally fate for you. Just a matter of like when and how, So it could be different stories for different people. If you have the combined message of authority and destiny, I feel like if you resonated with both piles that I just said right now, I feel like this is saying that you have taken action for your journey. I know that came out weird, but you've taken action towards your journey that you have chosen for yourself, that you have, you feel ambitious towards, you're driven to go towards, like you're finally either going towards that or you have finally figured out what that is. Either way, this is like a self-directed path. Like I'm not even seeing very many people like in this scenario. Like usually when I read cards, I'll see like different energies coming through, or like when I pull cards or whatever, but it's like it's so focused. It's that tunnel vision that I always tell you guys about, Leo. So this is beautiful. Let's go ahead and clarify. What is the message? Give me a sentence. Beginning, middle, and end. Oh. Beginning, middle. Okay. So for those of you who this resonates with, I wanted to see like how did this progress from beginning, middle to end. And so what I'm seeing here is the Five of Cups. So in the beginning of this story, there seemed to be like some sense of sorrow, regret, kind of grieving, but more so moping, like moping about a situation, maybe grieving the end of a certain situation that happened. Just looking at this, you had no hope. Your light was gone. Yeah, we'll just say that your hope it vanished. It wasn't there. Your cups were empty. And so you were very, just stuck in that situation. But right in the middle of the story, we have the Eight of Swords. Some form of walking away, letting go, releasing. It could have been a person in your life that you let go of, like a spouse or something, or someone that you thought you guys had potential. Or this could just be saying that you walked away and then you met someone who had potential, or you walked away and then you started noticing certain financial things happening in your life. So it's almost like you had to sacrifice a certain relationship or a certain soul tie, or something of that nature. For it depends on the magnitude of the situation, but I feel like you had to let go to see the potential in yourself for some of you guys. But definitely just leaning towards like career wise, like when you let go of whatever that relationship was or whatever this situation is that caused a lot of stress, a lot of pain mentally, then you start to focus on the potential, the journey that lies ahead. Almost like your focus was shifted. Definitely your focus was shifted once you let go. And then we end with the Princess of Wands. So here's your energy, Leo. This is a baby Leo compared to a mature Leo, but this is also talking about the fertileness of the Wands energy, which is fire. So creating, like literally creating, initiating intuitive feelings, like whatever you feel, you're able to express it, especially with this Princess of Wands energy, because this is almost like the like when you think back in your younger years, like you have a lot of memories, that things you would never do now for the most part. There's things that you would never do now because you were just younger. You had a maybe a freer mind, or maybe you didn't understand the consequences. This is what this embodies, but in a good way, I feel like, in the end. So it's almost like you had to transform yourself to feel that fresh, vibrant Leo energy. It's like it gets sparked at the end of this. So definitely for a lot of you, I'm feeling like because you had to let go of something, because you had to put your foot down for some of you, that was like the step you needed to go towards your destiny, your new goal. Your special square looks like this, destiny, and it's all about you, because this is all about what your soul desires. So for a lot of you, this is definitely like, because you took charge, you started building, and once you builded, things started to change. So this is beautiful. I really like to see this. How are you gonna feel whenever it comes to you, whatever this destiny is? King of Cups. So definitely for some of you, you'll probably be single, or you're just at peace emotionally. And I think for some of you, because of this Five of Cups energy, you definitely just had a really hard time finding what that peace, what that happiness is or was for you. I'm also seeing with the King of Cups, you're wiser. You've done the work. So you get to sit on your throne emotionally. And this is huge, because I was seeing a lot of, I did see some Cups energy here, but this was more so like practical, mental energy, like for the big chunk of this reading here. Practical and mental, practical and logical. And I feel like because you kind of figured out where the disconnect was, you were able to reach this level of Cups, this emotional fulfillment, which is, some would say, the best fulfillment that you can get, because it's something that's not tangible, you can't measure it, and it's internal. And so I think this is where you're going to be at whenever you, whatever you're supposed to receive, it looks like it's going to be coming, okay? All right, so we're going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching this video. We're going to move on to the next sign. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one, okay? Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading. Hopefully you watched the beginning so you know how all of this is working. I don't want to spend too much time because, listen, honey, that was a lot. So we're just going to see what comes out. What does Spirit want to tell you right now in this moment? Remember, this is a timeless reading. What does Spirit want to tell Scorpio right now? You got 3 cards. Okay, so Leo only got 2 cards. You guys got 3. Okay. Oh, okay. So it looks like, first of all, Spirit is very, very adamant at this time, or my Spirit is very adamant on wanting to let you know that this is a sequence situation that I'm looking at. Spirit literally is giving you the tools, the steps to do what you're supposed to do. So it says the waiting game, the number 2, the waiting game. Take it slow, but also enjoy the experience of going around and taking all that time for whatever is supposed to come, whatever is growing, because we do have a tree here. There's something abundant, and it's like you're walking towards that tree. You understand what I'm saying? You're walking on Saturn's rings, though, so that's time. Things take time. All good things take time to develop, for the most part. So you definitely, whatever you're trying to rush, slow down, okay? That's the first thing that I feel like you need to know. The second step is rest and rejuvenate. The number 4 here. This is about stability. This is all about stability. If you flip the number 4 over on its side, it looks like a house, okay? With the little chimney sticking up. So to me, this is saying that you need to like ground yourself, because when I think of home, when I think of comfort, it's all about what grounds you. What things can you encounter in life, and no matter what, it'll take you back, or it'll calm you down, it'll restore peace within you. What is that? You need to reconnect with that, because I feel like for some of you, or maybe all of you, there's a situation with a disconnect between having comfort in a domestic way, or maybe just whatever, however you ground yourself. Maybe it's nature for some of you, literally go outside. That could definitely be it for some of you guys. And then the last and final step of this message, we have new beginnings. So this is saying that when you start to feel lost or confused, when you start to feel like you don't know where to go, how to do it, if you're making the right decisions in the first place, this is all about, kind of that full energy. It's a little different because it is someone who's a little bit older. So it's like you've experienced things, but there's still every day you learn something new. Still every day there's something different that you figure out about yourself. And so for the most part, through this transition that you're going through, Scorpio, for the things that you seem to want very much so, the things that you really want, it looks like you're just encouraged to wait on it. But also while you're waiting and still making your steps towards, obtaining your goals, you should also be reflecting, like evaluating, reevaluating the transformations you've made, or maybe just the things that you realize you're not the same in anymore. I feel like this is a call for you to be very introspective throughout this time, because whenever you receive whatever it is you're waiting for, it may consume a lot of your time, or it may consume time that you could use to work on yourself, if that makes any sense. Some of you, I feel like that made a lot of sense, so hopefully that resonated. 2 of Swords. You're waiting on something to take off. With the 2 of Swords here, I feel like you already feel like you're taking a leap of faith, wanting it to happen. But then in combination with how slow the progress may be, you probably are also not losing hope, but kind of on the verge of losing hope, or just feeling like, oh, this is never going to happen. But you still have this instinct to hold on to whatever this is for you as well. Like you're still like, no, it's in the process. It's still growing. So you do understand this. And then, oh, look, 2 and 2, both on these cards here. 2 of Swords, the number 2, the waiting game, 22. So you're waiting. You're waiting on something to happen. And it's probably something really good, because if you are waiting for it, at least with the waiting game, when I pull that card, I usually feel like it's something really monumental that's going to be big for you, in your life. Rest and rejuvenate. Clarify this for me. Oh, we got 2 cards. Well, we got 3 cards. Oh, rest and rejuvenate about whoever this King of Cups is. And then after that we got 2 of Cups and the Lovers. Whatever this connection is. Oh my gosh, 2 + 2, 4. Look, like all of this love, this relationship, this consistent romance that I feel like you want or have or had, depending on your situation. It's time to put it on hold for right now. Just put it on pause. There's things that I feel like these 2 cards are saying, like there's 2 sides to the Lovers and there's 2 sides to the 2 of Cups. So in other words, when you have the Lovers, look, on both of the cards there's couples here. And so I feel like this is saying on one side it could be all good and roses, and on the other side you could be making up over something, huge that happens in your life. So it's like there's a peace that comes with love, or with trying to have emotional abundance, because I feel like a lot of you are really wanting that and trying to call that in. But it's like you have to understand the totality of what love is all about, unconditional love at that. Now, King of Cups, for some of you, I feel like this could be the person that you're like literally waiting on, or the person that you have to put on the back burner, I would say. This person, it doesn't have to be a male. It doesn't have to be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This could be you, because you are a water sign. But this is saying more so that this is a person who understands or is emotionally intelligent. And so I feel like maybe you're not using that gift to your greatest ability. Or maybe you're dealing with someone who, you can feel the love, but sometimes the showcasing or the passion may be missing. It really just depends on the situation. But let's see if we can get some signs or some energies coming up for the King of Cups. King of Wands. So this could be an Aries. This could also be just a fire sign as well. Okay, so maybe the passion isn't gone. Maybe you just feel like it's not being shown in the way that you would like it to. How does Scorpio feel about this King of Cups and this Lovers? Oh, Eight of Cups. So you feel like this is either fate, or you feel like this is something that some of you feel like it's fate, some of you feel like it's something you need to absolutely walk away from. Eight of Cups, I feel like this is kind of like cutting your ties, or like I said, it's either you're walking towards it because you feel like you're destined to be a part of this, or you're walking away, which is still destined for you depending on your situation. So you feel like it's either or, because we have Pisces energy here too. So I feel like it's mutable. It's almost like you're just waiting to see how everything falls into place. This Two of Cups, how does Scorpio feel towards it? How do you feel about being in love? How do you feel about sharing your love, Scorpio? You feel like it's something you have to create. You feel like it's something that you do have doubts on. And you also feel like it's something, like I said, you have to initiate or you have to work on. Maybe some of you are afraid of love. Some of you feel like you have to manipulate love to obtain it. With the Lovers energy here, if there is a relationship or was a relationship with this situation, how do you feel about it in totality? How do you feel about it? The Emperor. You feel like this is your person. You feel like it's something that you maybe need a little control on or of, but it's all because it's something you want to see grow. It's something that you feel driven towards. So there seems to be this mix of like, I would love for this to work. I feel like it should. I feel like it's destined. Some of you are like, this is my husband, with the Emperor energy here. And then it's just like there's still this battle though, and I feel like it's more on the King of Cups. Again, if this is you, then it's saying, you're the one being your biggest enemy. But for for the other people, especially if you're having to rest and rejuvenate, I do think it's because this person is just not, like, maybe you have to teach them something, or maybe, relationships are about how you reflect yourself as well. So if you're a part of a relationship that isn't working or something like that, it's definitely like something you should reflect on as well. So maybe this is what Spirit is trying to call you to do. And then with the new beginnings, I'm not going to lie, y'all, I kind of feel like there's a kind of a calling for you to start over in love. Maybe this is with that person, but it is a person walking on their own. So, I kind of feel like this is saying maybe make a new decision in love. Like maybe there's a whole nother way for you to go. Oh, okay. Prince of Pentacles. Okay, so there's more opportunities out there for you, for sure. I definitely feel like if there is another option that's more practical, or you see potential for it, go for it. I do think this is a different person. I feel like maybe for some of you, maybe it's someone who's closer to your age. That's the thought I just got. Maybe it's someone who's closer to your age. New beginnings. Yeah, because everything's so fresh. Prince of Pentacles, and then we have 0, like literally just a placeholder. New beginning. So I just feel like it's someone who maybe you don't have any history with. How will you feel about this connection? Wow, Scorpio, yours is like seriously just all about love. How will you feel about this person? The Empress. So this is someone who either makes you feel appreciated, but they also provide an abundance that you enjoy. And then this could also just be saying, you know, for some of you who are looking for an empress or whatever, like this is the person that you see as that. And it's interesting because we still have both of those energies here. It's just a whole bunch of romance, connection. I mean, look at these cards, y'all. So I do kind of feel like that's a unitingness happening, like a reunion for some, for a very slight few. But for others, I think it's more so like just becoming more in touch with whatever you're supposed to go towards. So it's kind of like you had to recollect, and you didn't want to go on this journey of starting something new, but once you do, you'll see that like, oh, like I'm so glad I did, because if I never would have went on this new journey, I never would have connected with whoever this new opportunity for, you know, a balanced connection is what I'm feeling. Balanced, and fruitful, very fruitful, abundant, whatever that means. Let's see the energy that you should have throughout the time of your new journey. Whenever you start fresh, how should you be feeling, moving around? Oh, happiness. And look, this is the Scorpio card right here. Look, y'all, I can't make this shit up. Happiness. New, fresh. Again, like look at the children. It's about like this new, fresh, vibrant energy. But remember, I was saying this is still an adult, but it's like you're going through this new phase of maybe like making your inner child feel whole or fulfilled for once in your life. Yeah, and really taking care of yourself. And I think there's a counterpart that will be coming, maybe romantic, maybe not, that really supports this and adds to it and makes it worthwhile. All right, so that's all I have for this reading. Thank you so much for watching it. I'm going to go ahead and go on to the next fixed sign, which happens to be Taurus. All my Tauruses. All right, Taurus, welcome to your reading. I'm just going to go ahead and see what Spirit wants to tell you right now as I'm reading. This is a timeless message. Once again, whenever you are watching this right at this second, this is what Spirit wants to let you know. Okay, you got 2 cards. Memories of love, stand your ground. 6 and then 7. Memories of love, stand your ground. When I initially pulled these cards just now, the first thing I thought was, don't give up on your love, if it's true. I also got the feeling, just saying that, with the stand your ground energy, but I do think there are boundaries that need to be set. So, you as the bull, you being Taurus, you're definitely known for being loyal, sticking through things, finding another plan to get through something that you may not see the end of happening. And I feel like you've gotten to this time in a specific relationship in your life. It could be with anyone. We don't know yet. We don't know who just yet. Someone that's been in your life for, you know, a very long time, I would say, because you have memories with them. The problem is you felt like it was time to give up, or maybe you just felt like there was no more plans, there was no more actions worthy to even entertain. But I do feel like there is a call for you to remember the good things, remember what drew you into whoever this person is, but also know that you have grown over time just as them, and you would like to have the same bit of growth with the relationship, as far as being flexible with certain things, or maybe just having a better understanding of how you guys work. I kind of want to see what signs come up, because I feel like this is not just romance. I feel like it can definitely have something to do with family members, friendships, you know, for some of you, co-workers, whatever. But I do think it's more serious as far as like domestic ties and relations. And so let's just see what signs come up, so maybe it can help you guys out. We only got 1 card. And this is the Virgo card. So for some of you, not all, but you know, for someone who's a Virgo, it's showing up here. Okay, so let's just kind of go through what was the beginning, middle, and end of the situation. We got the beginning, we got the middle. How is this gonna end up? Okay, wow. Okay, so this is a love story. I'm not sure if it's about family. If it's about romance, make it fit for how it does for you. We have the Ten of Cups. So in the beginning, there was so much emotional stability. I feel like you got bored. Well, not bored, because I think that you appreciate a stable situation, stable energy. You were content with it, I would say. Ten of Cups is also about settling down in a way, like kind of settling your emotions with a specific situation. And I feel like things kind of came to a standstill. Or maybe there was, it was almost too good to be true, is the vibe I just got with this card. It was like life was just amazing. And that sounds so stupid, right? But I feel like for you, it was almost like, is this real? Or maybe the other person was starting to get bored. Like, I need spice in my life. This is too predictable. Very weird, huh? Like almost like someone needed something to shake up, but they didn't realize what they were actually bringing in when they summoned that. That's the energy that I got all from just that one card. The middle, the Star. So whoever wished for something, they got what they wanted. Ooh. So they got their wish. How do you feel about this wish? Page of Wands. Some of you wanted to go on a new adventure. Maybe some of you wanted to kind of break free, take a risk, is the feeling that I'm getting. And you got to do that. What was this risk? What did they wish for? Ooh. Some of you wanted a break. Some of you wanted a new relationship. You got it. Some of you were, oh yeah, Wheel of Fortune. You got this, and you got whatever you asked for. And usually the Wheel of Fortune means, there is a spark of something new that came in. To me, I feel like this is when the wheel stopped turning, and you had to sit with everything that had happened. Because of a decision that you made or something that you wanted. Like, you did want this, whatever it was. You did want this. Moving to the end of the situation, Six of Cups. So I feel like there is a resolution that you find. Like, if anybody can find another way, it's Taurus. You find another way to go back to this person, or maybe forgive them. For some of you, there's an emotional renewal that I feel like belongs with this card. But you also, for some of you, you just make peace with this person. And I feel like, how he's kissing her right now on the thing. For some of you, you're kissing them goodbye forever. You're like, you finally made peace with whatever it is that this is. Definitely for some of you. How do you feel towards the Six of Cups? What's the energy of this card? Five of Pentacles. So there was change that needed to be done. There was change that needed to happen. There was also an offering that needed to be examined. Is this worth it anymore? Keep in mind, we do have the Six of Cups here, and this is the Taurus energy as well, if you look up here. So it's like this is something you needed. This is something you definitely could be closure for a lot of you. With the Six of Cups here, if you look here on this card, is also the Six here. Memories of love is definitely combined with the Six of Cups energy. So for some of you, I feel like you're supposed to just be okay with the memories. Like if you are leaving this person, because change is what you need. Because in order to stand your ground, and maybe you have to, prove a point, or maybe you have to show someone who you really are, and stand up for yourself. And I feel like this is what this is meaning. Like this is something you needed. This is a change that you absolutely needed. And it's a stepping thing. It's not all just at one time. There's steps to it. Let's get a little bit more energy on how you feel about the Six of Cups and this change. Why did this need to happen emotionally? Three of Pentacles. You needed to initiate a new way of taking care of things, taking charge of certain things as well. And Three of Pentacles, I do feel like it has to do with just you needing to be able to cooperate with whatever is in your life, and whatever this was, it was not cooperating. And so yeah, Three of Cups, there could have been a cheating situation, or maybe just too much fun and not enough work for you, and you feel like I love this connection, it's beautiful, but you know what I'm saying, I just feel like it was prohibiting you from expanding, especially with this Knight of Pentacles. instead of being the King of Pentacles as you should, you were being the Knight. So it's like sometimes you're good, sometimes you're bad. And I think you related that to the certain relationship. So this definitely could deal with a job, especially a job. Like if you really did love the job, but you had to leave it alone and go to something else. Or it could definitely just be a relationship or a domestic thing or a family situation, like a toxic family member or something like that. So yeah, I'm seeing all of that for this. I'm gonna leave it there. I think how this, what this meant for you as a Taurus. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to contact me in other ways, you can definitely email me or you can sign up for my Patreon. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Last and definitely not least, I have my Aquariuses. Hello, Aquarius. What does Spirit want to tell? Okay, it already flew out. One card. Moving on. Oh, so we already see where this is headed. Moving towards the light. So you're moving out of a darker space, but you're also moving towards new things, new shiny things, new opportunities. So for some of you, if you maybe you were going through a breakup or something, or maybe you're walking towards someone who makes you feel the sun on your skin, I definitely can say I feel like this is a lighter energy than some of the other readings I was doing earlier. Let's just get clarification on moving on. What are we moving away from? Ten of Swords, Ace of Swords. So a thought or a certain pathway that you realize is just a dead end. You realize this is something that's not going to work. It's never going to get any better than what it is. There's no matter how many ways you try to slice it up, it just doesn't work on. So you're moving on from a certain mindset and a certain mentality for some of you as well. What was this mentality or thoughts? So losing, maybe having a heartbreak or not being able to trust. You're moving on from that mindset. Love, trusting, or being disappointed. I think you were afraid to allow people to show them that they care about you. And why was this a dead end? The Chariot. Because you couldn't move forward. You were stuck because maybe you were thinking everyone is the same, or I don't know. Yeah, strength. I think it has a lot to do with you trusting either yourself or other people. It's definitely like you had to strengthen your mentality though. Like it was all a mind thing, like for sure. It was maybe a fear for some of you, or an anxiety or something that always was just on your mind. But with these two cards here, they're very strong, Chariot and Strength. So I feel like it was a dead end because it was prohibiting you from growing stronger, becoming better, becoming faster, trusting that things will work out in your favor because you've done the work for it too. You deserve it. Almost, yeah, like I was going to say, some of you feel like you didn't deserve the transition, or maybe the things in life that make you go faster, literally like transportation or just certain opportunities coming your way. It slowed it down because, you were rejecting a lot of the opportunities in your pathway. So how do you feel about moving on? How does Aquarius feel about moving on? Damn, the Strength card again. And then the Nine of Pentacles. So you feel stronger moving forward without that baggage, without that weight. You also feel like it's a new, refreshed you. You're proud of who you are now. You're proud of the strength that you're showcasing. Strength has come out twice. And when I say proud, I feel like you feel refreshed. For some of you, this could be about being single from a certain situation, because Knight of Pentacles is more like the single card. But I feel like this is more about just self. Like you feel more confident for sure. Like you feel more confident. You feel proud of yourself for moving on from that certain mindset because you realize it was only hurting you at the end of the day. Hermit card here, you had to go through and learn. You know what I'm saying? You had to mature. You have to go through life's experience to see like where you're fucking up at, where you're self-sabotaging. I love that. I love that energy. So moving on away from what exactly though? What are we moving away from? The Lovers. So yeah, it's a relationship, situationship, a person. Maybe it also could just be like the way you view love, but I think for a lot of you it's just a person. Like moving on from a certain relationship that maybe you thought about constantly, but it didn't fuel the desired satisfaction that you were looking for. Maybe it was stopping you from becoming better as well. So you feel Ace of Pentacles and King of Wands. Maybe there's something else out there that you want for yourself, or you see for yourself, like goal-wise, when it comes to a relationship. And so you're like, you know what, I'm going to move on until I get what I want. I'm going to get it because King of Wands says, I do, and I will have what I attract. I will have what I go after. And so that's what you're basically going after. For some of you, it definitely could just be money, or maybe you're just trying to go up in a higher class or something. I don't know. It is a decision that you took some time to make, though, but the time had, like, the alarm rang for you, and you're like, you know what, it's time for me to make my decision. It's time for me to do what the hell I'm trying to do. If this is a person that you're walking away from, who could this be for Aquariuses? This is a very quick reading, the Fool. So Aquarius, this could be walking away from just a mindset that you've been having. This could also be just a younger person in your life who shows a lot of the same type of energy as you. But yeah, you're moving on, your new phase. I like that. I think a lot of you are just becoming a better and bigger, more improved version of you. With that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. I feel like I tapped into everything really easily. It came out so smooth. So yeah, thank you for having such good energy for me to read on. Congratulations to all the people who have watched these readings and have found something that is coming their way that they've been waiting for a long time. If you need to contact me, you can email me for readings. You can sign up for my Patreon to have monthly personal readings for me, and it's cheaper to do it that way, so sign up there. You can also add me on Instagram, and last but not least, please like this video, share it if you feel the need to, and don't forget to subscribe so that you are notified whenever I post for your sign. Also, if you would like to know about whatever I'm going to be doing readings on next, or if you have suggestions, the community tab is always open for my polls or whatever like that. If you guys would like to, look into that and comment. So yeah, like I said, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.